Hello and welcome to Last Week in AWS. I'm Corey Quinn and I'm in sunny San Diego this week for FinOps X. We'll see how it goes. Now, what did AWS get up to last week? Glad you asked. Amazon ECS increases container exit reason message to 124 characters. I don't see the problem with truncation. I mean, how important could that message possibly... This episode is sponsored in part by my day job, the Duckbill Group. Do you have a horrifying AWS bill? That can mean a lot of things. Predicting what it's going to be, determining what it should be, negotiating your next long-term contract with AWS, or just figuring out why it increasingly resembles a phone number, but nobody seems to quite know why that is. To learn more, visit duckbillgroup.com. Remember, you can't duck the duckbill bill. And my CEO informs me that is absolutely not our slogan. AWS Cost Explorer now offers new cost comparison feature. This is a neat early days feature that presumably is going to improve as it ages because it doesn't really offer a whole lot of utility just yet for anything but the most basic of analyses. AWS Data Sync simplifies and accelerates cross-cloud data transfers. I like how it's framed purely as move data from other cloud providers into AWS, as if they simply hadn't imagined that a customer might want to put data somewhere that isn't S3. AWS Secrets Manager announces support for cost allocation tags for secrets. Sadly, there's never visibility into just how much using something like Secrets Manager saves you in terms of not having your credentials leak embarrassingly and expensively in public. Cost Optimization Hub now supports savings plans and reservations preferences. Man, is it ever going to be sweet not to have to keep adjusting these to a company's default settings every time you run an analysis. I just hope it can be set that way company-wide. Amazon Aurora DSQL is now generally available. Now, if you don't know how the hell this is priced, join the rest of us. It's charged per DPU, which even Amazon can't explain the pricing for. I didn't realize giving up entirely was a viable pricing strategy, but here you have it. I'm beginning to understand why my Aurora customers are so unhappy with the product. This episode is sponsored by my own company, the Duckbill Group. Having trouble with your AWS bill? Perhaps it's time to renegotiate a contract with them. Maybe you're just wondering how to predict what's going on in the wide world of AWS. Well, that's where the Duckbill Group comes in to help. Remember, you can't duck the Duckbill bill, which I am reliably informed by my business partner is absolutely not our motto. Speaking of unhappy customers, enhance AI-assisted development with Amazon ECS, EKS, and AWS Serverless MCP server. Oh dear, am I pessimistic on this one, because even GitHub's MCP turned into a screaming security disaster, and I'm unconvinced that there's a good way to avoid this as long as prompt injection remains a viable form of attack. This is probably why it's launched as an open source project. When customers hurt themselves with it, and they will, it doesn't reflect upon AWS as directly. Hey, as long as AWS gets chase the hype, right? OpenSearch UI, 6 months in review. How did I miss that OpenSearch launched a UI? Oh, because they launched it just before reInvent, when nothing in particular stands out through the cacophony. And finally, 5 steps for building a VMware transition strategy for public sector customers. Even public sector customers are fleeing VMware. Oof. Nice work, Broadcom. And that's what happened last week in AWS. I'm Corey Quinn. Stick around.